this is the last one. I was doing a block of 4 of the Vajrasattva Express meditation. So next week it'll be a new person to do them. And of course the Vajrasattva practice, so incredibly important. It's like one of the essential practices that Lama Zopa says we should do. And in fact he says it's so easy to do, and if we don't do it, then we are literally insane, because it's like our get out of jail free card. the power of this purification and the untold sufferings it can save us from is really extraordinary and so easy to do. So a really warm welcome to everyone, and those of you who are across the great ocean from me in America, it is still Sakadawa, Buddha's birthday, Buddha's enlightenment, Buddha's passing into parinirvana. How amazing. So really a very special day to do this purification practice. And of course, when we do purification, it's not just for the things that are immediate in our mind. It's for every instance, in every single lifetime, back through time. So we kind of have this dual thing. It's important to have the things that we specifically regret, that we remember in the last week or month or year, so that we have an emotional propellant force to purify. So we're actually emotionally involved. But we don't leave it at that. We do it in a job lot. So we purify not just harsh speech from this week, but harsh speech from our entire life and all previous lives. Purifying negative physical ways that we've hurt others, not just the ones that are playing on our conscience now, but all the way back to when we were a toddler and a baby, and then all previous lives. And not just negative states of mind, dwelling on resentments or obsessions or compulsions or all of those things we feel guilty about. Not just those. We have to actually bring them to mind and lay them bare, stop hiding them, kind of fess up to the Buddhas. But then we purify that instance and every other instance in this life, all the way back through our adulthood, teenager, child, baby, and then all previous lives. So we can do the lot. And what makes it so effective is that with this Vajrasattva practice, it incorporates the 4 opponent powers. So the regret, have the courage to feel regret right now, because we can do something about it. The reliance is twofold, on the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and on sentient beings. So the refreshing our refuge, our reliance, the reliance on the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, on the 3 jewels. The absolute reliance is actually the purity of your own mind. Just like the Buddha removed all of the negativities from his mind and brought forth all of his qualities, because the nature of our mind is the same as the Buddha's, then we too can do exactly that. So that's the ultimate reliance, the purity of our mind. We're not separate from Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. The relative reliance, the reliance of the Dharma, that's like our actual refuge. That's our method to get there, to remove all of those veils. So I'm going to get the screen share up, starting with an image of Guru Vajradhara, the tantric emanation of the Dharmakaya, that purity of our mind, how fundamentally we are not separate from the Guru, and our nature is the same as the Guru's. So Guru Vajradhara manifests deep blue like deep blue space, unobstructed, with rainbow lights coming out everywhere, representing our ultimate refuge. When we're doing the practice, that's the remedy out of the 4 opponent powers. And in the practice, then the final of the 4 is setting our resolve, and that's where we make the promise. And so beautifully woven into this practice is the 4 opponent powers. That's why it's much more than just saying the mantra. And that's why it effectively purifies our negativities. So thinking that we have all sentient beings, including all of those that are suffering at the moment that you know of, all those suffering from COVID or from war or from cancer or from mental health issues, all the sentient beings, they accompany us. We do it for them, because guaranteed a whole lot of them are worse off than we are, even if we're incredibly miserable, and we know what it's like. So we include them all. We're doing it for everybody, our people, our sentient beings. So our motivation. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. I take refuge in all the 3 vehicles, in the Dakas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy Guru forever. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. I take refuge in all the 3 vehicles, in the Dakas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy Guru forever. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. I take refuge in all the 3 vehicles, in the Dakas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy Guru forever. And then think that Guru Vajradhara melts into light, and the nature, that pure Dharmakaya nature, spontaneously arises as Guru Vajrasattva, the embodiment of the purity of all the Buddhas. Guru Vajrasattva arises with the body made of light, either in the space in front of you or above the crown of your head, very much alive, but with a body made of light particles, so it can never degenerate, in the nature of purity. Guru Vajrasattva, father and mother, complete unity, masculine, feminine, wisdom and compassion, outer and inner, us and them, completely unified in the nature of purity. Each has 1 face and 2 arms. He holds a dorji and bell, she a curved knife and skull cup. They are embracing each other, the father adorned with 6 mudras, the mother with 5. He sits in the Vajra posture, she in the lotus. And think, Vajrasattva is my root guru, the holy mind of all the Buddhas, the Dharmakaya, who out of his unbearable compassion, which embraces me and all other sentient beings, appears in this form to purify me and all others. In this way, your heart is transformed into Guru devotion with great confidence, with great anticipation. This Guru devotion, the root of all blessings and realizations on the path to enlightenment. And at Vajrasattva's heart, a beautiful sliver of light, a moon disk, and on this, the 100-syllable mantra. And a powerful stream of white nectar flows from the hum syllable in the middle and the mantra garland. And as this nectar and light flows down through the crown of your head, you are cleansed of all sicknesses and the causes of sickness, of all spirit harms and neuroses and mental health issues, of all negative karma, of all obscurations and obstacles. The meaning of the mantra is, you, Vajrasattva, have generated the holy mind bodhicitta according to your pledge, Samaya. Your holy mind is enriched with the simultaneous holy actions of releasing transmigratory beings from samsara, the circling suffering aggregates. Whatever happens in my life, happiness or suffering, good or bad, with a pleased holy mind, never give up, but please guide me. Please stabilize all happiness, including the happiness of the upper realms. Actualize all actions and sublime and common realizations. And please make the glory of the 5 wisdoms abide in my heart. So when we recite the mantra, the first cleansing, the cleansing particularly associated with all of the negativities we've accumulated with our body, with physical actions, with killing or aggression or violence, with stealing, with sexual misconduct, and all of the things that branch out from that. So I think that we purify the instances that we can remember and all those all the way back previous lifetimes, and that the light streams through your crown, washes out all of those negativities like black sludge and muck and mud being flushed from a drain pipe, all from the lower parts of your body, until your body becomes completely clean and clear. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Vajramame Muntra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe. So think that your whole body is radiant, clear, like freshly washed crystal. How wonderful it is to be cleansed of all of those negativities, especially those associated with the physical actions. Notice how different it feels. And then the second method, the upwards purification. So this time as the nectar flows through the crown of our head, it fills up our clean, clear body like nectar filling a glass. But this is nectar that continuously fills us up, so our body becomes more and more radiant. And as the level of the nectar rises, all of the negativities associated with speech are pushed up, rise to the surface, and they're pushed up and outwards through all the upper openings of our body. There's nowhere for them to go but up and out. So all of the negativities of speech associated not just with lying, but with unskillful speech, with speech that's hurt others intentionally or unintentionally, harsh speech, with divisive speech, excessive criticism, and just with useless speech, where we just waste our energy or where it degenerates, including all of the subtle speech of our inner self-talk, the way that we frame the world, the way that we put the world in a limited box by how we describe it with words, all of that completely purified by this light that fills you up. So as we recite the mantra, the level slowly rises, keeps on coming, you can't stop it. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupalaya Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahon Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drito Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenupa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Feel all of the negativities of the speech completely purified. Your whole body radiant, glowing, completely energized. Every particle, every atom of your body filled with light and radiant. You feel great bliss, your mind relaxed, clear. And then the third method, the instantaneous purification. So this time, light from Guru Vajrasattva, father and mother, flashes down through the crown of your head like lightning. And in that instant, all of the darkness of your negative energy completely disappears. So not just once, but continuously, the lightning flashes down through your crown, illuminating your mind and purifying all of those negativities associated with the mind. Obsessions and compulsions, all of the negative resentments and revenge and the negative tracks that we go on, and all of the confusion, the doubt, the worry, anxiety, all of the inner darkness, the fog and tiredness, all the way to just low-level ignorance of boredom. Completely purified in this blissful lightning storm, continuously flashing down. Just like in a lightning storm, you might have tens of thousands of lightning flashes. So same here. All of the darkness of your mind, not just now, but all the way back through beginningless time that's kept us in samsara, completely purified. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajra Mame Mantra Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajra Mame Mantra Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajra Mame Mantra Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajra Mame Mantra Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajra Mame Mantra Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajra Mame Mantra Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato me bhava, savasiddhi me prayata, savakama tutame, chitam shriyam kuruhum, ha 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 ha, bhagavan, savatatagata, vajramame mantra, vajrabhava maha, samaya, sattva, ahom pe. Feel your body radiant and your mind blissful. And from the crown of your head, Guru Vajrasattva says, O son of the race, Bodhisattva child, your negativities, obscurations, and broken and damaged pledges have all been completely purified. And really feel that they have been, just as Guru Vajrasattva has said. Then we make our promise to Guru Vajrasattva. So we think of all the negativities, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to practice the virtuous actions. So instead of killing or violence, protecting lives. Instead of theft, sharing our things. Instead of sexual abuse, then supporting others. Instead of lying, saying the truth. Instead of harsh words, gentle words. Instead of divisive talk, creating harmony. And instead of meaningless chatter, then being aware of our purpose and making our speech useful. And for the mind, then instead of covetousness, to make a concerted effort to remember to practice the attitude of generosity. Instead of malice, kindness. And instead of distorted attitudes, to encourage your curiosity. So we recite the promise to Guru Vajrasattva. Before Guru Vajrasattva, I vow never again to commit those negative actions from which I can easily abstain, and not to commit for a day, an hour, or at least a few seconds those negative actions from which I find it difficult to abstain. And feel that Guru Vajrasattva is extremely pleased with you, very pleased with your promise, your determination. Vajrasattva father and mother gradually begin to melt into light. And this light dissolves into you through your crown. And in that radiance, your ordinary body, speech and mind dissolve into luminosity and become inseparably one with Guru Vajrasattva's holy body, speech and mind. In that vast spaciousness, recognize there is no distinction between Guru Vajrasattva and you. Contemplating. In emptiness, there is no I, creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma. There is no negative karma created. It is our self-grasping and self-cherishing that leads to all of our problems, that leads to us creating negative karma and then experiencing untold sufferings. So it is emptiness that's the direct antidote. From this state of oneness, the blissful mind realizing emptiness, looking at all phenomena as empty. They do not exist from their own side. And with this awareness, we can dedicate the merits. Due to all the merits of the 3 times collected by me, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all other sentient beings, which appear to be real from there, but which are empty, may the I, which appears to be real but is empty, achieve Guru Vajrasattva's enlightenment, which appears to be real but is empty, and lead all sentient beings who appear to be real but are totally empty to that enlightenment, which appears to be real but is empty, by myself alone, which appears to be real but is also totally empty, non-existent from there. May the precious bodhicitta, the source of all happiness and success for myself and all other sentient beings, be generated within my own mind and in the minds of all sentient beings without even a second's delay. And may that which has been generated be increased. May I and all other sentient beings have Lama Tsongkhapa as our direct guru in all our lifetimes. Never be separated for even a second from the pure path that is greatly praised by the conqueror Buddhas. And actualize the complete path, the 3 principal paths and the 2 stages of highest yoga tantra, the root of which is guru devotion, within our minds as quickly as possible. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samantabhadra realized things as they are, I dedicate all these virtues in the best way that I may follow after them. Whatever dedication the 3-time victorious ones gone to bliss have admired as best, in the same way I also perfectly dedicate all these roots of virtue so that I may perform good works. And then we offer our practice to all of our holy gurus. So in particular on this most holy of days, gathering up all of the practice of today, but of your whole life and of all the previous lives that have got you here to this amazing, fortunate human life. And offering our practice, may we become the hands and feet of the Guru in everything that we do. May we represent the Guru and think that we offer, whether it's as skies of offerings or as jewels or as light, but we package it all up and joyously, with great sincerity, offer it to our gurus with a determination to always put their teachings into practice, to take their teachings to heart, to live harmoniously with all of the students, our fellow Dharma brothers and sisters, and to take care of each other, because creating harmony amongst our Dharma community is the most powerful way to ensure the long life of our holy gurus. So this is the new long life prayer for His Holiness. We're supposed to sing it with great gusto. Ujitem kam dir pendem malupa gan lejoen sampel yijin non Kadrin soime tenzin yatsola sowa dev son tujelon druisho. And for our precious Lama Zopa Rinpoche, Tu so chan jim jan kyang kyao wen ten zin kyang pel we kun zo do po zin chu sun ko we le mon tu dro pa da so du che gon du shab ten shon. And for all of our holy gurus, wherever they are, including Geshe Sherab and Geshe Zopa and Venerable Rabina and Khandrola and everybody that you've ever taken teachings from. Jetsun lame kutse rapten shin nam kai trin le cho choi gya pa dang lo san tempe drome sa soim gi dro well mun sel tatoi ne gyo chi. And then think that spontaneously the sky, the space around you is filled with a rainfall of flowers, the spontaneous manifestation of all of your virtues, filling all of space, raining down wherever there are sentient beings. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming along, and have a wonderful sleep. May you sleep in the blissful clarity of the Dharmakaya and get the best night's rest ever. And I hope to see you all again. Happy Sakadawa for those of you who are already, who are still in Sakadawa, and for the rest of us that aren't, wow, isn't that the most amazing dependent arising ever? We can be in the past and the present and the future all simultaneously.
All at the same time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miffi.
Thank you,
Thank
Mary.
you.